Hi guys, it's Paula and I hope you are doing well. This is going to be my monthly update for Pan in Every palette. Which month? I don't know. Fifth update? Sixth update? Fifth or sixth, somewhere around there. I'll have it in the title. I am panning a couple of different things for this project this year. I'm always working on a baby pan that palette that is a small palette, a duo, a trio, a quad, a quint, something smaller so that I'm working on the smaller little palettes in my stash. And for a million years now, I've been working on a little duo from Lancome that I have not been able to finish. I finished half of it, but the other half just will not die. I'm wearing the eyeshadow all over my eyelid today, like I do so many days during the month, but it is still around. So let me show you a quick clip of what that eyeshadow looked like a month ago. What are you doing?
Trying to look like Elsa.
No, it's working.
Walking.
And here's what it looks like this month. Okay, so I know many of you guys have heard this story 1,000 times, but for the one or two of you that haven't, let me take it from the top. These two shadows are from the original Pure Go Nude palette. I'm not technically working on either of them in a project, but I do use this one for my eyebrows every single day. I really don't use this one at all regularly. This shadow right here is my Baby Pan That palette. I feel like I've expanded the pan ever so slightly, but my goal was to hit side pan, and I am still nowhere near hitting side pan. I feel like I have a long way to go. The way I wear it the most often is in the look you see here. It's just kind of a smoky, lavendery, smoky eye. Smoky, lavendery, smoky eye. Yes, that's what I said. And when I do this look, I end up applying this shadow on the inner half of my eyelid. Like so. That's how I've been using it. Slow and steady. Very slow, but steady. The next part of my Pan That palette is the Fantastic Ladies theme for the year, which is panning Solitaire. It was created by Erin. I will have her channel linked down below, along with hopefully a playlist of everybody else that's doing this project as well. The whole point of this year's Pan That palette was to start with a single, work your way up to a duo, a trio, a quad. We could take it as far as we wanted to go, and we could work on as many of those items as we wanted to at a time. I decided to start with a single, a duo, and a trio, and if I could finish off any shade out of those 6 shadows completely, I would then roll in a quad, and if I finished off another shade, I would roll in a quint. At this point, I'll be really happy if I get around to rolling in a quad before this year ends, because it is going so slow. So let's start with the single. The single that I chose is the Outrageous Prismachrome in Outrageous Metallic Beige from Sephora. It looks like this. It is a huge amount of product. 3.5 grams of product. That's a lot. The single is huge. I love this single. I've used it a few times over the past month. It is beautiful, but it's a ton of product that is going nowhere quickly. So that's where we're at with that one. For my duo, I chose this sample from Smashbox. It's from their Full Exposure palette, and it's a shimmery shade and a matte shade. I'm really only working on the matte shade right now. Here is what it looks like. I don't know how easy it is going to be to see. I don't know if you could see it at all, but I am starting to get a dip going in that matte shadow down here. The top shade doesn't have much progress because I haven't used it much, but I am using this matte shade as much as possible in every eye look. I use it as a transition shade It doesn't really work for any other purpose, but it makes a good first shade to apply when I'm doing an eye look, when I'm doing basically any eye look. So I am getting a dip there. I don't know if I'll have pan by next month or not, but I'm happy that it looks used finally. I mean, that's something. I've been using it for 5 months. It should look used, right? You would think. The last item I'm working on for this project is my trio, and that is my Physicians Formula Baked Collection Wet Dry Eyeshadow Trio in Baked Oatmeal. And this is what it looks like today. You cannot see it. So the only shadow out of these three that I'm using very, very consistently is this one right here, this lightest shade. I use it as my brow bone highlight every single day, without fail. If I have makeup on, I've applied that as my brow bone highlight. I apply it wet, which seems to be the way to get the most pigment payoff. It doesn't really look like much when I attempt to put it on dry, but when I apply it wet, I really like the way it looks. I'm really happy with the amount of progress I've made on that shadow, but I also feel like it feels like I got a long way to go. At least 2 months before it's gone, and I did not see that coming. I'm an eternal optimist. I thought I would have it gone by March, and I'm still working on it, so it's taking longer than expected. But hopefully by the end of July, that will be gone, and I can finally roll in a quad. These two down here haven't gotten a whole lot of love. This one I've used the most out of the two. I use it sometimes as a lower lash line eyeshadow or to deepen up my outer V. It doesn't have a ton of pigment to it, so I like to apply this wet also. And this one I really haven't used yet. Just way too much going on to focus on these shadows exclusively. All right, guys, that is it for this update. I will be posting pictures of all of these on my Instagram at A Beauty Guru Made Me Do It. So if you had trouble seeing any of them in this video, you can always see close-ups on my Instagram page because I post monthly updates with progress pics of how far I've come with these eyeshadows. Hopefully I will have side pan on my remaining Baby Pan That palette eyeshadow, and if I could hit pan on that Smashbox eyeshadow, I will be so happy. But that would be amazing to have accomplished those two things by next month. We'll see. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.